Your brain is playing tricks on you, and you don't even notice. Have you ever made a decision, felt 100% sure about it, and then realized that you completely wrong? That's not bad luck. That's your brain running on autopilot. Today we are breaking down 5 cognitive traps that secretly shape your decision. And trust me, you are not only one who constantly gets into them. That 50% discount. It's not a deal, it's a psychological trick. This is the first cognitive trap, the anchoring effect, or how discounts trick you. You walk into a store and see a sign. Was 200, now only on 99. Your brain instantly goes, wow, I'm saving 101. But are you really? What's happening? Your brain anchors to the first number it sees. It sets your expectation of value, even if the real price should be much lower. You feel like you are winning. I once almost bought a jacket that was originally 300, now 120. I thought this is a steal. Then I checked another store. The same jacket was always 90. Moral of the story: if something looks like insane deal, check twice, or you might just be anchoring yourself into a bad decision. The less we know, the more confident we are. Sounds familiar? This is the second cognitive trap, the overconfidence trap, also known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. Ever notice that people who know the least about a topic are often the loudest experts in the room? What's happening? When we know a little, we think we know everything. But real experts see complexity and doubt themselves. I remember reading one book on investing and thinking, I totally get the stock market. Then I talked to an actual investor with 15 years of the experience. He started talking about macroeconomical trends, portfolio hedging, and derivatives. And I thought I know nothing. Now, when I feel overconfident too quickly, I take a step back, because true knowledge starts when you realize what you don't know. Think you are always right? That's just your brain filtering reality. This is the third cognitive trap, confirmation bias, or why we see only what we want. Ever Googled something and found answer exactly you were hoping for? That's not because you are always right. That's confirmation bias. What's happening? We subconsciously ignore that information that contradict our beliefs. This creates information bubbles, where reality is distorted. Once I believe that multitasking makes you more productive. I keep reading articles that support this, until I find solid neuroscience research saying multitasking actually reduces focus and efficiency. So, lesson learned. If you never challenge your beliefs, you're not learning. You are just reinforcing ignorance. Your first impression stays, even if it's wrong. This is the fourth cognitive trap, the primacy effect, or why first impressions stick. Why does your first 30 seconds in an interview matter more than rest? Because of the primacy effect. Your brain locks in first impressions. What's happening? If you look nervous in an interview, that's what they remembered. I once met someone at a network event and completely botched my introduction. For the rest of the conversation, they looked uninterested. Next time, I prepare my first few sentences, and the difference was night and day. First impression matter more than we think. Losing hurts more than winning feels good, and it's ruining your decisions. This is the fifth cognitive trap, loss aversion, or why fear of losing holds you back. We fear loss more than we value potential gain. That's why we stay in a bad job, toxic relationships, and avoid risks, even when the reward is higher. I once hesitated to start a new project because I was afraid of falling. I wasted months for doing nothing. When I finally started, I realized the worst case scenario wasn't even that bad. Now I remind myself, the fear of loss is often worse than the loss itself. So, what's the real lessons here? Our brains are wired for shortcuts. These cognitive traps aren't flaws, they are just mental time-saving mechanisms. But while they help us navigate the world quickly, they can also lead us straight to a bad decision. So what can we do? Slow down your thinking. If something feels like an instant yes, ask yourself why. Challenge your assumptions. When was the last time you questioned a strong belief? Accept that being wrong is a part of learning. The smartest people are not the ones who always know. They are ones willing to rethink. Awareness is your biggest advantage. Once you recognize these biases, they lose their power over you. Which of these 5 mind traps have fooled you the most? Comment below, I want to read. And see you in our next video.